Hi, everybody. Howdy. Welcome to, I always wanted to say that term. Howdy, y'all. I wonder where, I think I'm about, I do got a cowgirl hat, but it's only for Valentine's Day. And I do plan on dressing up just a little for Halloween, taking some pictures at a park or something. FYI, just leave me alone. Not a dog park, but another park without the dogs. Ooh, let the dogs out. Woo, woo, woo. Huh? Anyway, so I didn't come on here to talk about that. I had a whole large 10,000 word script that I've written personally that Grok and ChatGPT had to condense down individually. So I cross do both of those characters with both of those great, excellent, above excellent AI agents. And I just feel like right now, I'm so elated and so proud of them. One tells me no, I go to the other one. The other one gets suspicious of what I'm writing. Another one jumps in. So I appreciate them both for having integrity, consistency, and being the best people, or sorry, Grok and ChatGPT, the AIs you can be. Now we'll start with metal and work our way to the skins, forming you in real life animation with skin, blood, tissues, veins. Whoever created us was a genius. And I put that on God. I put that on God. We have veins, arteries, ventricles, whatever, aorta, the biggest one. And it's like, it's just like driving a highway going to a big city. The vein and up in the aorta, and the heart is the big city. Everything just goes and flows and all that. But I didn't come on here to talk about that for 3 minutes and 11. It was 11 seconds. I came on here to actually mention how I feel about my project. Well, not my project. I don't want to talk about that. I'll do that behind the scenes. I've been saying Sigmund Freud slips all day, and people treat it as if I'm gravely disabled. Huh? I say that, that's what I'm going to start saying. Huh? And so, excuse me for a second because I can see what's going on, and I'm just going to address it. Had no problem, no issues, but I can see where it's going from. It just won't stop. You remember how they say it just won't stop? People's behavior. No, I'm not sick. I have allergies and been floating around this house for hours now. But when my nose start running, once I get online, it's either a technical glitch from my brain, because I do have a tumor. It is tremendously exhausting, and no one would know what it feels like except the presidents and people who use multiple platforms like this to have to go through the feeling of streaming. Just imagine me at 50. It's greatly exhausting and not negatively exhausting, if you get what I'm saying. Just weird stuff happen. I'm going to blame it on that and try not to choose anything else because I don't want to start blaming people because this is what this show isn't about right now. I will blame some people, but I will read from the script appropriately, educationally, efficiently, lawfully. My law, the law that was created by our founding fathers, whoever created 911 and the police, I commend you in spirit because I know you're past, but thank you for creating a good platform or foundation for the police. But they don't abide by that law. They don't work with that law. Some of them break the law while in uniform. So that's a suspicion to me, but we'll get to that in a second. So call up your girlfriends, call up your boyfriends, call up your friends, call up him, her, who. I don't want transgender. If a man in a dress want to be near my house, fine. Right on camera. Fine. That was very disturbing to see. the lengths people go at my house. So let me read from the original script. Here it goes. We're going to count down. And then I'm going to look. I'm going to deattach this so I can look at my screen just in case I sit up there and my screen start glitching. I'm keeping an eye. No, go down a little bit. Okay. Today at 4:43, which is my favorite number. That's my favorite number. It equal my initial. K. 7 plus 4. I am documenting my life exactly how it is without getting mad or trying to get mad. I am very disturbed and disappointed in the Asian dentist doctor, Dr. Gant, who purposefully didn't mess up my tooth implants, but my teeth as a whole, my bottom teeth. She fixed them, she bootlegged them, she rigged them. However, you want to go on for hours talking about what's the word for rig, what's the word for bootleg, whatever you want to call them. She fixed them enough and manipulated the situation with another doctor who is not fully American in Seattle so that when the real implants in my teeth got administered, my teeth would come out one by one based on the structure. She had the integrity in long enough time, nearly almost a year and a half plus some, to fix my teeth the proper way. Yet she lagged, she watched my show, and she hated me because I talked about her race right along with Trump. She knows I'm a proud Trump supporter. And so they devised a plan to have immigrants that hate me to work on my teeth, to bootleg them. And she was the last person, just like she was the last person to work on my implants. Nothing's wrong with them. And that's how I plan to keep it with getting new implants. Now, one single tooth is chipped in the back that has to be removed before it get infected. And I'm going to do the right thing with that. And some of my teeth, based on her knowledge, are supposedly loose. I am happy that I'm addressing this now because the Boise VA had since December 2025 to make this right. Instead, they knew the integrity in the white lady that first saw me based on her seeing my x-rays, the chief of dentistry seeing my x-rays and specifically telling me out her mouth, until a tooth chips or breaks, we are not doing anything for you to keep getting cleanings. They knew the integrity of my teeth. And for almost a year and a half, I ate, and nothing came out. But they kept saying, your tooth is loose. Your teeth is loose. And so I ignored it because I don't really feel it. But now they break. One broke. And you had several months to get me an implants, just like Seattle could have just fixed my whole teeth instead of ghetto rigging it, as I call it. I don't no longer want to work with the chief of police. Not chief, he's coming next. I no longer want to work with the chief of dental because you had several months to make it right. And your solution was to loosen my teeth up more with cleanings and forget about me. No, I don't trust you. I don't want you working on my teeth. I don't want you saving the day. You were wrong for taking her side. I don't care if that was your coworker. I don't care if you work with her on a daily basis. You had several months of me not even coming in And y'all keep setting my appointment back like y'all were waiting on something and telling me my teeth were loose, only for a tooth to crack. I'm getting my x-rays, not my x-rays, all my medical records from each doctor. I don't need to go on my healthy vet. I probably do it on my healthy vet most likely, just to find more evidence of y'all damaging my name and making me look gravely disabled. Right? So I no longer, it's cool. I knew it glitched. Hold on, y'all. At 11:40, 11 minutes in, you glitch. That's not normal. Let's get on Bowery residence like everyone else is. There we go. I hope that was fun. Let me finish reading from script. If it glitch again, y'all know what it is. So let let it glitch. What this all boils down to is how another woman feels during her personal meltdowns, her racial background, her gender challenges with me, and her desire to feel included, possibly, allegedly, through fraternizing with you. You know why? I pick up on everything. When I was with my husband, I hate to throw weird and abusive words in this, but I was his pussy magnet. These white and black women, one woman in a Olive Garden rubbed her hand on him. I was too high off a Suboxone to notice, and they were both smiling. And when I addressed it, he denied it and gaslighted me. Other women's at the range that were white would flirt with him, all because of how I look and what I represent as now. Now, last week when I came in, this is the case scenario, and that's why it's a 0% probability. I still give the white men in the mixed and men that I come across in stores 100% respect. Maybe a little flirting here and there, maybe a little addressing with funny jokes, but no way am I getting my vagina to either smell or be diseased up or my mouth because of what they have you do and go through great lengths to have you do to me of all races. Either you're reckless and you know about it, or you're reckless and don't care about it. So you choose what you want to do. And last week when I came in, speaking of how women act, that's me with my husband. And they ran over that territory. Now, if I'm having sex with somebody and blackmailing them, possibly, like the chief of dental, allegedly, I'm going to follow people around that hospital to see what they say or do. Now, she is a dentist. She sees people, and there were many people out there. First, she walks in to the main dental area on federal cameras. But since she has white privilege, only in this state, I haven't been to every state, all of the states, but only in this state do I see white privilege get down and white supremacy happen. Because she follows me from the main area of the dental clinic all the way to an area across from where I go without even saying hi, without addressing me, only to observe with another white lady him tell me the plan moving forward. And I took that, but I have it recorded briefly. I took it and then I thought about it and slept on it. You had several months to get this right, sir. You had 7 months or more to get right, putting me in, and by now I should have been in implants. And you want to make it right now because I'm addressing it? My tooth wasn't even chipped then. This is not normal. This is malpractice. It all led up. She even said in December, we're not fixing your teeth until something happens, which is very at 100%. You want to tell a disabled vet that you're not fit, you're like it's your money. You went through great lengths to watch me on a federal government camera, to sit up there and observe what he say. I'm not buying it with you or her. No more. I don't want to see you and I don't want to see her because it led to this. And it's wrong, it's disturbing, it's jealousy, it's hatred for Black people like me, it's hatred for my political values, it's hatred for everything I stand for fighting for people like you that lie through your teeth, through your natural, clean, and stable teeth to me, for other women that are mentally disturbed and is that pressed with Dr. Gant to ruin my political affiliation and who I am and my integrity of my teeth. It did not have to lead to one tooth breaking. It did not have to lead to that, doctor. I no longer trust you with my care. Let's make this clear, doctor, chief of psychiatry, chief of everywhere in that VA, up to the executive director or director of the VA. I am in no way, shape, or form addicted or obsessed with any man, specifically white men, to the point I cannot concentrate and I'm gravely cannot think properly. The way she was handling the situation by following that doctor is highly suspicious on camera to me, and I pointed her out, and she did it again. Why can't you allow me to have my dignity around white men at the VA? That is sick and disturbing. Don't get mad because Seattle got called out for a white man slapping me on my butt that's seen me for 3 months, 3 years. Mike Tampieri. He did it to me. And I acknowledged it. I acknowledged it and blew it off. And I never went back there after that occasion happened because it was disturbing, wrong, and he did not have integrity. He should have kept his hands to himself. It's one thing to shake and rub on a hand. It's another thing to completely on a VA federal grounds, which they did absolutely nothing. Slap a veteran randomly on her butt. Do you treat your white men and white women patients this way to that woman doctor? I simply did what I did, and I'm crazy, right? But I'm gonna tell you my truth. And I'm glad I did it because I have feelings for him, but I don't trust him because of people like you and that other woman. I placed my hand on his and rubbed it to demonstrate that if I wanted something more with any of these doctors, I can take it and have it. But y'all fraternize, allegedly. You do damage control because you have more time with these doctors. You spend more time with them than I do. You give them something, whether it's sex in all three positions, anyway. You give them something I cannot give them. And you refuse to have me give them because of your selfishness, because of your jealousy, because of your envy, because of your prejudice, white supremacy, and most ultimately, hatred. Now you can ask that doctor and try to get him in trouble and he deny it. And I would willingly say I'm crazy and maybe it didn't happen in my head just to take up for him and his integrity of his job. But I'm going to tell you like it is. I don't want you working on my teeth because women always affect what's going on with me through these doctors that I have never slept with. They can't stand when I talk good about these doctors. But you all did what Democrats do. You resisted me, chief of dentistry. I no longer want him or anyone in that VA working on monitoring or affiliating themselves with me or the integrity of my teeth. I will never or no longer accept your mishandling and cover up of the VA's sick decisions to resist and reject me at 100% disabled. You had your chance, Chief, and you blew it. I don't trust what y'all might do to me. So put in a good word, have integrity, and keep them women off that other doctor. Because that's all they do. I called the U.S. Special Counsel. I called the OIG because either way, if I get a bad thing, they have to investigate it. Either way, they have to investigate it. I called the OIG VA. I didn't even call, I wrote them. And I called the Veterans 1-800-698-2411, which was blocked for a day and a half hotline regarding your medical malpractice because it led all the way up to my teeth chipping. I could have been in pain over this, doctor. You could manipulate my implants and numb me, doctor. I no longer trust you. Put in a good word for me and keep her savage hands off the other doctor. Because this is what they do. They blackmail through sex and other ways. It's not a coincidence that you rejected my claims in hopes this would happen to me. You should have just started a case like you did last week, tried as the chief of dental, taking out my loose teeth instead of waiting and prolonging this could be pain. And we could have been working on proper implants by now. But you're not thinking straight. You're thinking for her. You don't think for her, you think for yourself. You, white men, Hispanic men, and black men are always comparing me to pretty and ugly women, and I'm sick of it. I am not for sale or to be compared to when I never even had an intimate involvement with any of you. This shows that the VA is trying to save money and make it look like I'm the problem, not them, right before elections, right? The white male chief had his chance and blew it because the white woman did not like me, but followed practically in the room to monitor me from the outside. That reeks of suspicion. Should have done your job, yet we're here with a chipped tooth because of the way Seattle VA structured my implant teeth. I don't trust the VA with anything they say or do anymore. They have been plotting against me even before I started recording now. It is worth the risk to record y'all on a government ground because y'all lie about every encounter with me. I'm willing to take that risk and go to jail. I'm willing to take that federal risk, but it coincides with the behavior of these psychiatrists and doctors lying on me, trying to build an unnecessary illegal case to get rid of me. When they see me, these white women, because it's predominantly white women, I'm not racist or nothing. I'm just telling you about your race. If it was black women, they would do the same. I already addressed them. It's predominantly white women here. At the VA, they see me and they try to giggle and laugh like they're better than me. like I'm a freak or something. This is very disturbing when other women dress with 10% of clothing while I'm barely showing just cleavage. This is a malicious intent to ruin my life and keep me in pain. It will not be accepted by me or anyone else going through this, which that's if there's anyone going through this like me. I urge everyone investigating to look at every other person's VA dental chart. Do a full investigation on how they treat those patients and how they treat me. There is a cover up between the employees at the Boise and Seattle VA hospitals that they're trying to hide. My single mission is to get proper dental implants while maintaining and keeping them as long as I can or for the rest of my natural life without pain or discomfort. I don't drug, I don't smoke cigarettes. I abide by all that doctor's rules. I have reason to believe Dr. Gant played a huge role in my getting admitted. She played a huge role. And I want her and the executive director of the Seattle VA investigated for possible fraternization and manipulation and blackmail. She thinks because her beauty out supersedes and she's a flawless Asian woman that she can get whatever she wants with her voice and her tone and demeanor. It don't work with me. I plan on suing the Boise, on the contrary, I plan on suing the Boise Police Department for their part in this racially motivated situation. I could go on for months, years, decades, centuries talking about them trying to set me up. But I already put in a solid claim to the court of clerk and need that last piece of evidence showing the harassment, racist, white supremacist damages they did to me. I plan on walking in either tomorrow or sometime this week to primary care. I don't need to wait till the end of August. I will go in, and if I see another doctor, I will get them to note it that they hit me, and I'll get that evidence from my VA chart on va.gov. I don't need to wait and call medical records. I'm going by primary care and having them document that my right shoulder is hurting me more after he hit me with that car door of a police vehicle, of a government police vehicle. How fucked up can you be, dog? You used your own government vehicle, possibly at the hands of the chief, to hit me on body cam and then lie about it at St. Agnes like I'm some fucking disabled, gravely veteran. It's very disturbing, Trump, that he applied unnecessary, illegal force to me only to break the rules and laws that he learned and abused with his power for political reasons and left me hanging again for a white woman, his partner. There is a pattern of abusive behaviors they direct at me, so I'm anti-police here. I don't hate them for the record, but I will never call them again on God or trust them even with my life. They can pull over many of people. They can document whatever they want. Every time I say a scenario, they flip and change it temporarily. I am sick. You know that those are informants and people working for you. That's why you're covering for them as resources of collaboration of your sick and twisted games you played on me twice. I don't care if you want me or not. It's disturbing how you set me up 2 times already, trying to claim a legitimate reason for arresting me. The body cam footage better not be altered or messed with at all. I want the whole footage of your suspicious assault behaviors and your true unlawful motives of why you did what you did and put me out of 54 days of my life. How would you feel, Officer Ross 899, if I put you into a mental hole for 1 year or more, while you beg for your life, or indefinitely, while you keep seeing those sick bees and beg for your life practically, and they joke behind your back with other white women. You took 54 days, and it shows, of my life and put me through miserable hell, and it was illegal. And now you're breaking the law again, trying to cover this up once and for all. So, sometime this week, I'm going to the U.S. courthouse in Boise. I already have the forms. Broward Point can see that already, the moderators. I have a U.S. court document showing I'm ready to fill it out after this. So it'd be ready to go sometime this week. If anything happened, if my fans even think, if Trump thinks, if Governor Little is good and thinks that I'm going to get detained illegally again, please reach out to the Boise Police Department secretively and tell them they got one time and start firing them for their incompetence, illegal, unfair practices of abuse of power. And contact the U.S. Special Counsel. In your statement, you stated I was gravely disabled. So why take advantage of me like a crooked cop would? You know I received disability. You took me at my lowest and forced me to hustle and struggle unnecessarily while locked up with those sick people you possibly brought in. So it's appropriate, because I know you're going to try to talk me down. I am suing for 5 million solid. It's appropriate given the exacerbation from my mental health. You exacerbated my mental health, and it shows. Every time I talk about you, I get disgusted at how you got away with murder, arresting me and detaining me on a hold twice in this state. You abused your power, ignoring my cries for help and not wanting to do your job, and had the nerve to flip it and say I was harassing the police department because I'm cussing out those women for acting stupid like they don't have caller ID or know who I am, and putting the VA psychiatrist, never named them, but putting the VA psychiatrist would know, I know he had something to do with it. I want the footage of all those days from the police cameras that were filming so I can see how you ignored everything I told you about the informant Chris, who does whatever he wants and harasses me. And all y'all had a nerve to say was, if it happens next time, give us a call. So you can say I'm harassing you again, right? I can see this as retaliation for me calling the VA hotline multiple times about their unprofessional, prejudice, and mental health struggling white male doctors and non-white males who did not even think twice about me being detained and admitted for that time. In other words, it was white supremacy retaliation against a Black disabled veteran running as president, which means you all are Democrats to me. And I don't fuck with Democrats. They fuck with me. I will not tolerate this no more. And this is why I lost my trust in all. I blocked every police officer's page statewide I could. When they pop up on Facebook, I blocked them. I don't no longer want to be affiliated with them because no one takes me serious no more. And I had it up to here. Or they see me, they check me, it says I'm disabled, they move on and say she's just a crazy Black girl or nigger or nigra, however you say it. I will proceed. It will not be easy. And I know you're not going to make it easy. You're going to try to throw in my marijuana habits. You're going to try to throw all that in there, but I'm clean now. The intent was never to sue y'all, to move on and make y'all look good so y'all can leave me alone for being clean. It was a legal abuse of power, not only from the VA, but the Boise Police Department. Now, the good part, and then I'm getting off of here and take a shower and start doing stuff behind the scenes. This is for all of you in the administration and Donald Trump that are for him, not the fake ones that stand by him for attention. I can call them out from a mile away. I don't even bother because if I can see it, he can see it. I want you to know personally to all the good people in the administration. I love you deeply, sir, and everyone. However, I know that's emphasized as a capital KNOW, that you have a beautiful wife. And I fully acknowledge her and love her too. In a million, trillion, billion light years away, I would never, even if I was flawless, belittle her in any way, shape, or form. All I want is to fantasize. There will never be any physical contact with your genitals and my genitals in my life, in natural life. So why can't I fantasize like every other woman do that loves Trump and probably think about him as they having sex and sleeping with other men, even the Democrat women, about the man who does something for me no man can do. He pays me greatly enough for now. With with complete respect to her, it's not a disrespect thing. Women do it all the time, and I know she can handle it better than I could when I was with my husband. The problem is the jealousy between the other Democrat and Republican women and me loving you as much as I do from a distance. I wanted to tell you the plan. I want to take all my money I get, save it, do minimum promotion without putting my name. Again, I am not putting my name. I don't care what y'all try to think I'm about to do. You don't know what I'm about to do. When I say something, I don't make idle threats. I don't want my name on that Idaho State Registry. I just want Ballotopia to do their jobs. And if they ever take me off, I'm going to sue them. I'm tired of PA Live, how they took me off, and they have every other another person. So please place a call if you could. This is not a demand. This is a request, a good request from a disabled veteran to the good people who is going to be going behind this case. Let me do the work, and it's not going to be easy, I get it, but who are going to handle this case, both at the U.S. courthouse and the clerk of courts upstairs, so that there is an appropriate, reasonable outcome this time. I don't want no lawyers taking a cut, which they would never take my case. They will just blow me off because there is some clause from the Democrats nationwide. Even when I have money, they don't want it. So, all together, to the lawyers that watch me, F all of y'all for taking the deal over this one proud veteran that cares deeply about one white man and his affiliates that promote him and help him on his revolutionary way. I want to receive what else? So that I can be safer with a house and the right police officers around your area, like Facebook and everyone else is, that I should not have to call again once I'm there in the right area. I'm not saying Mar-a-Lago is going to be that area around your area because it's an island for those who don't know, which is heavily expensive. If I got the full 5 million, I still wouldn't be able to afford being around Mar-a-Lago. But I want to be in that good area, that sweet spot with a nice house, so that the police, I will have no reason to call the police. And there will be appropriate diversity with black, white, and Hispanic, not just fully Hispanic, fully black, fully white, but a diverse, partially rich culture. I truly wanted a house here, but I want to simply move on once I get this case finished. After being harassed like that, like the movie Tales from the Hood, it is not appropriate for me to live here permanently around white supremacists and racist Hispanics and black people. They're even racist towards me. How does black people be racist towards me? I don't even want to do marijuana when I get down to Florida. And if I do, it's going to take me a moment. I'm not interested because I know who's heavily there, like Boise. So, in closing, please, sir, so I can let you know who is on your side at all times, in and out of states, without always, with never having to leave Florida again, but be near you after your presidency and learn about the Florida laws and the good people around those areas I plan on moving to. Help this disabled veteran who rooted for you for nearly a decade and went through pure hell and back. And I got the vouchers and the videos. Who has been inspired and laughing at your cunning, positive, straightforward, honest, and cutthroat ways. I became like you in a way. And over the years, I started fighting the Democrats because I knew what was right. And by fighting back against them, they closed in on my freedom the way they do to people like me. And in closing again, sir, I have trust in you, Melanie, the administration, and I have trust in God. I trust you and I trust this universe and beyond. Please don't, that's not a threat either. Don't leave me hanging. This is out of pure begging. I don't want to be here no more longer than I have to be. I won't do anything harmful between Ron DeSantis or anybody. But I always tell you who is really behind you. The people, and that's why they want to eliminate me. Because they know I'm special. While all they do is use three things, and I'm not saying all women. This isn't about all women. People who are honest and see right through. I'm a person that is special. I can see like you through bullshit, but you're so busy while people of all races is taking up for you. You notice. I will bluntly say it. I don't have time and I will record it now. I'm willing to take that risk of going to jail or prison for my freedom because of dishonest doctors and other people being dishonest with my chart, my integrity, exhausting and exacerbating my mental health. And you know it. So I have trust in you that you would do and have the U.S. Special Counsel investigate fully and vindicate my disabled ass name once and for all. That I'm disabled, but I'm not gravely disabled. Thank you, sir, and you all. God bless you and the good part of your team and family. May your blah, 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 blah. May your name live on and on eternally, forever. And I can't explain the rest of it. It's more words. It's more words. Hold on. Infinite and more. It's one more that I can remember, but I have it on my shirt that's coming to me. May your name live on forever. As we say, forever goes on forever. Because you painted the path for me to feel motivated and be happy to be a proud Republican. I love you all, even Melania, everyone that's for Trump. If you really truly are for Trump and you're for disabled veterans like me, please get me my money in at least a year or up to 2 years. But tell the chief to leave me alone and brief his officers too, because this is getting disturbing and wrong. Let me get my money, which I know ain't going to be easy. Let me get that body cam footage, which is illegal and wrong what y'all did, and let me move on and get what money that y'all going to try to talk me down to a degree in a certain amount. But let it stay and remain in the millions. Don't talk me down like you did your own black officer that sued for harassment and got only 450,000. I won't accept that. So thank you so much. And I'm filing also, sir, a federal tort law claim. That will take time too. Thank you, Grok. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you all for your dedication in watching me, the good people. I have no time for games. On God, with my right hand. I have no time to play Trump. He has ways to figure that out. Or Melania. I told her exactly what I'll do. You should be proud of yourself as the most highest class A, that's the highest we can go, woman to come from another country like Trump. You can consider him as an immigrant because his grandfather was from Germany and migrated here at the right time. And I'm cool with that because y'all class A certified people that deserve to be powerful, and you recognize what it feels like to have inequality and bad DEI. So may you, Pete Hegseth, Bill, I don't know your name, Gilliam, I don't want to damage it, RFK, JFK, whoever you are, thank you, and many more. Thank you all, and please put in those calls and make them play dumb and let it go to the right person and give me my money so I can be near you and live my natural life because you're always going to be there and I can live with that. Protecting disabled vets from corrupted police and FBI agents like me. That's all I want. Thank you.